Hello, it's Nikki. How are you doing? This is for you. If you want to grow your business, you want to take things to the next level, you want to make more money, you want to feel more like you can basically insert anything that you want to be, do, and have, because often the things that I'm going to share with you are the same. They're like this familiar sort of gang that pop up to say hello. And they pop up in many circumstances, in expected and unexpected ways. But the more that we can almost bring a smile to our face of like, oh, here you are again. Oh, isn't it funny how when I'm making that move, you always pop in? Thank you for that. And once you can bring that lightness and brightness to it, it doesn't feel as heavy. It doesn't feel as tricky anymore. And it feels like you can be in conversation with them and ultimately move with them, move past them, and get what it is that you want to be, do, have, and feel. So the first thing I want you to do is to bear this reframe in mind, and I'll keep reminding you as we go through this little mini training, is I want you to see if there's a real life example here that is pertinent to you, that you connect with, and write that down, because almost labeling it will help you to know what to do with it. Because often I find with my clients is when that stuff kind of lives underground and we're trying to push it down the whole time, that's when the progress feels really long. And what we want to do is bring everything to the surface and be like, okay, what is it? What is the thing? You know, I don't often operate like this, but say you were in a situation and somebody just stopped talking to you, and the longer it goes on, you're like, I don't know why, and your head might go, just pretend that everything's normal. And what you actually need to do is get to the bottom of it. Why has this happened? What's going on? And when you do, you can then do something about it. So I want you to first and foremost think about what success looks like to you this year. What's it all about? And you might want to grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down some key areas of your life and just kind of sketch out a few things. Maybe write some bullet points, maybe do a bit of a mind map, and really get into what is it that I want? Where am I going? What's important to me? And often an exercise I love doing is if I fast forward to the 31st of December, I was going to say at midnight, but I'll probably be asleep, around the 31st of December, how will I know if I've had a good year? Because also there's been years where I'm like, yeah, wow, this year was hard. This year wasn't what I wanted it to be. But there are some years where I'm like, yeah, that was good. That felt like I made progress, or it felt enjoyable, or I did the things that I said that I was going to do. All of these things. So I firstly want you to think about those things. And then let's get into some of the popular things that might be getting in our way and bring them to our attention, normalize them, label them, as I say, so we can work with them. Number one, external news. I know in the last 15 years of being a strategist, helping people with their personal brand, there have been, every day there's some tragedy, there's some awful thing, there's some terrifying possibility. It's on the news constantly. And what I have learned is that the likelihood of that going away is slim to none. But how I control how I access it is really, really key. And also we know that the news is there to report all the bad stuff. You know, we don't often hear about all of the good things. It's the dramatic music, it's this happening, it's this war, it's all of that. And so I've learned to have designated times of day where I look at the news, I know what's going on, and then I don't allow myself to constantly scroll and constantly be in that flight or fight thing where I'm getting pings and notifications and things like that. So first and foremost, I want to say you may as well have a go with this and keep moving forward with your goals, because the nature of the world that we live in, there is always going to be something that could hold you back. You may as well find a way to work with it and move forward anyway. The next thing that comes up with clients all the time is they are looking for this place of feeling 100% ready. And sometimes they'll even say it like, I know when I'll feel ready. I know. And when I think about all of the decisions I've ever made in my life, I would think there's been about 3 where I've gone, I feel completely ready. There's nothing else that I could do. There's nothing else that needs to be done. Everything is perfection. It just doesn't happen. So my little reframe for you today is to think about, when were the times in your life that you were not 100% ready, but it all worked out in the end? It all worked out brilliantly, despite not being ready. Because I think we give so much weight and love towards this idea of perfectionism, but actually what it does is it holds us back. It keeps us small. It keeps us from moving forward. This is the end of part 1. I have several other parts for you to come, so come back for part 2 and I will see you then. If you want help with your goal setting, if you want to go big and not go home, go big and go home, whatever it is you want to do this year, links are down below. Check them out. Let's book in some strategy time together, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.